We can produce a summary report in this employee data using a pivot table. First, click anywhere within the data set and then choose Insert from the ribbon, followed by Pivot Table. Click OK, and Excel produces a new worksheet. On the right-hand side of the worksheet is the field list. Choose Gender as the column heading. Choose Location as the row heading. And choose Employee for the values. The values go into the body of the table, and Excel defaults to counting the number of employees. Now add Salary as a second set of values, and Excel defaults to calculating the sum of the salaries. It is possible to change that. Click on the salary numbers then from Pivot Table, Tools, Analyze. On the ribbon, choose Field Settings. Here we can change from sum to count, average or maximum, and we can also change the number format. For example, we can increase or decrease the number of decimal places. Now choose Start Date as the filter, and that will allow us to filter and see just employees starting on a particular date. Choose All to see everybody again. We can group the locations. For example, it may be that Arizona, California and Massachusetts are all sales divisions and we want to group them together. Make sure we are on Pivot Table, Tools and Analyze, and then click Group Selection. We can group New York, Pennsylvania, and Washington in a similar way. Highlight them and then choose Group Selection. Now we can change the headings. Change Group 1 to Sales and change Group 2 to Marketing. Change Count of Employee to Number and change Sum of Salary to Salaries. Notice that if we click away from the pivot table, then the pivot table tools and the field list will disappear. And if we click back on the pivot table tools and field list will reappear. Now go to Design on the ribbon and put in some subtotals. We'll have subtotals at the bottom of each group. We can also amend the grand totals and have them for the columns only. We can choose a theme, for example, dark and light blue, and we can have banded rows to make the table easier to read. Notice that there are 13 females in California and 13 females in New York. If we go back to the data and change Alma Cruz's location from New York to California, then we should now have 14 females in California and only 12 in New York. But we can see the table hasn't updated. To refresh the table, go to Analyze and click on Refresh. Now you can see there are 14 females in California and only 12 in New York.